time for Dust2. Will this be the final map of our first series? It's season 11, it's day 11, and the Counter-Strike continues here in map 2.
It certainly does, Alex. Let's get into the action here. OG with no upgraded pistols, but they do have those 2 HE grenades once again. We're seeing that more and more often. Tactical grenades being thrown in advantageous positions. We'll see somebody aggressive towards T-Spawn, inflicting a little bit of damage at Man 2, down to 67. Pretty significant, actually, as we'll see them hold up towards the B tunnels and top of middle. Looks like a B split to me, with both smokes being used ideally towards CT Spawn. Could save one of them for a post-plant scenario towards the doors. We will see. Dribble smoke first. MBK gonna throw that. Grenadier followed things up towards back platform.
Nade looks quite promising. Will a stray bullet perhaps catch Freeman. Now into middle attacker. Oh, he's just met his demise and he's met 3 of OG. They're turning tail straight to Zia. He's in the open and off angle only for the first shot. Now they know where he is. There's 2 willing to contest, but they're crossing to the site. OG prioritizing that, and in exchange, they lose Issa. NBK crawling around. He will be able to find Freeman, and I think with that frag alone, it should be enough.
Yeah, you bang on, Alex. I think the fact that they don't have site control, they are both stuck in CT spawn. They do have a kit. That's probably one of the only positive things for TYLOO right now in this pistol round, but having to peek into Volder shouldn't have been an easy task at all.
Whoo-wee, somebody keeping him honest.
This is actually looking relatively promising for TYLOO, at least to get maybe a couple more kills. Somebody looks primed to do so. Drops off, though. Loses the angle he had, and there it is. The round will be falling in favor of OG. Bit of a B fake to kick things off. The dribble smoke, the HE, and then making their way up towards short. Trading out the kills very effectively. Here's Issa on the first. It was the push from the short players coming through, and towards his mid doors as well. A decent attempt on the retake here with some nice shots, but ultimately a convincing round there for OG.
TYLOO bit real hard on the double nades towards that B site. You could see the rotation. They were even dropping flashes behind their B defender just to back him up. That's how rocked they were by that consideration from OG. But it was a fake. And, well, TYLOO have been opting for the force buy throughout, so it's no surprise to see them go for that again. And then we get a free tag through the smoke.
Not bad. Yeah, it was a Taco. We saw his POV as he just rounded the corner. He was trying to rotate through lower, and oh no! Missed flash, and now missing NBK for the rest of this round. Issa does inflict a whole lot of damage to Freeman, lucky to be alive at 2 HP, but the flank could be a little bit of an issue. Does look like it's going to be checked by Issa. He'll spot him, and he does have low HP, so it's a risk for Issa to continue to take that fight. Zeta! He just walks outdoors!
I didn't know what's happening here, Alex.
TYLOO push is working out, and Summer's going to find all the tags. Not quite going to convert them into frags. One already lined up. He's tagged the others, and it's going to be Mantu into Issa.
They TK'd?
Yeah, how is that even possible? Can we see that from Mantu's POV, please? That was woeful from OG.
I'm brought up Skybox here to watch how this all started. Watch this. Watch Volder's POV back here. Ready? Flash, hits the teammate, falls down, blows up.
Terrible.
They lose an opening kill. That's kind of where all the madness started. That's a little bit sloppy, I think, is one way to look at that round.
Yeah, and the fact the scout missed, what, like 6 shots and he still end up team killing each other? I know he was low HP, but how did that transpire? I guess we'll never know. We'll get into round number 3, but that is a horrible round from OG there. Their mad pick, not looking too hard in that second round, but can they bounce back with a force by themselves? The Eagle shot fires off towards middle. Nothing connects, of course. Very difficult, that range to make that sort of shot connect. Summer waiting with the scout now. Hits the first shot, but through the edge of the box. Pretty,
I don't even know what the word is. Disappointing scenes to have OG continue to just lose on their map choices.
This is why this team, like, unfortunately, if you want to be part of one of the world's biggest organizations and have this degree of caliber within your roster as well, those sort of rounds are just not acceptable, I would say. Like the mid-round calling, like they've got a new coach now. I feel like that's just not up to snuff.
You might have to, I know the OG story of the Dota team. But as far as I'm concerned, as an organization, I don't think they're much chop, right? I don't think that the organization actually has a lot of money. You wouldn't end up with these players in your team if you did. You've obviously overspent on some veterans here, right? And they were unable to get a lot of the names they wanted. Obviously, we all know the situation that happened with Jumpy. And they could have, Poison was a name that was available. He got taken by Complexity. We know they have a lot of money. I don't think that OG has as much money as what we probably look at from an outside perspective. Sure, they won the TIs, but that money, I'm assuming a lot of it went towards the players as opposed to the organizations. So the OG team, look, it's difficult to see them with this roster ever being a contender for trophies against the best in the world. They do have promise to be a threat, right? They could be one of those dark horse upset teams.
Definitely. Charging up short will overcome just the first with a flank from Summer. That's the nail in the coffin of this round. Just tapping away, all three. 1,800 bucks injected into his bank account.
Absolutely true. And money available for OG once again. That was their eco. Here come the AK-47s. Mansu can afford the sniper, but there would be compromises there. Wouldn't be able to bring out all the bells and whistles with it. Would be glass cannon as well. See if he wants to go in with that. I would say a Krieg might be the better option for him, all things considered. Obviously, the AK-47 and utility. They've got the best B spawn available. We have heard a few in-game leaders recently say that they feel like the B bomb site is vulnerable in this current version of Dust2. The skylights are now open in towards the tunnel position here. Initial incendiary to deny the rush at least, and Freeman essentially alone, but he has got rotations coming through from Zeta. He's holding towards middle with the AWP.
Double AWPing straight out of the gate from TYLOO.
Yeah, good point. It's the strongest setup on this map, in my opinion, so it makes sense. In Summer, he hasn't got himself into the safety of CT spawn, but this MP9, if it's good for one, that's absolutely fine. That's probably all he gets, and indeed it will be. But still, that's fine. He only had the SMG coming into this round.
Yeah, he's probably not going to be too complaining about that. Freeman's at the back plat. This should be NVK dead. Oh, but he snuck out. Oh, and on the edge of the smoke, Freeman will find it. It's all gonna... Oh, no. They're passing in the smoke. And now Attacker's got his friend. Valda needs to turn around. He reacts. And now a chance, a gap. It will be the sniper on somebody. He's trying to claw his way back in. He's on the AWP. He's not ready for this angle. And now a chance for the 2v3. Already now equalized and bombed down courtesy of the leader of OG.
Have a decoy and a flash to work with in the hands of Alexi V. Had to squint there to make sure I was bang on with that one. But this late long flank, it could be too late.
Oh, yeah, but Alexi's wide in the open, and that's an AWP. He won't be able to get both of them, and good shot from Alexi. That was a necessity. He had to hit that. It had to be that clean. Zeta, had he bolted, could have found the final frag, and now Alexi playing the clock. He knows that Freeman is short on health and
As a
time.
molly, though.
There is. You're absolutely right as you use it towards short or Gandalf. It looks like to be the latter.
No time. Alexi just has to stay alive, and he's done... I think he's done enough. I think he's done enough, yeah.
That could have been really close.
It could have been. There it is, though. It will be the round.
Just stood in the corner of the flames.
Just to buy that extra second, right? Just any second at that point, to your point, the bomb blowing up was absolutely everything. And it works out for him. The incendiary was the difference maker there. Had it been thrown a couple of seconds before, who knows what would have happened. But it's Valda. I wanted him to be the playmaker today. I feel like he is the sort of player that can make these openings happen. And as you can see, very close to the defuse, but not quite there. We are going to have another buy from OG. All 5 players went down, bear in mind. So I'm going to have a bit of a problem with the reinvestment. Just $3,500 coming in per player. MBK breaks through the long doors. Hasn't been electrifying so far in this series, but can he pick it up? Apparently not. Attacker continues that strong form. 2 kills with the M4A4. AWP connecting now as Zeta swipes one away. And just 1 player remaining. Another great shot from him.
The TYLOO boys thriving in this environment at the moment.
That didn't look like how Na'Vi do it.
No,
Yeah.
not the same results per se, but a good effort.
What I think OG are missing that Na'Vi have on their T side is a player like Electronic, who will just take that Krieg, go long, sit there for 30 seconds, and then humiliate you if you choose to peek long.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried for this Dust2. From what I've seen from OG so far, I know what they like Dust2 because it's quite a loose map and their stars could shine on it. They've got a good AWP within their ranks as well. But Dust2's become a lot more technical in the last few months. It's not as loosey-goosey as it used to be. In terms of the timings, the kind of foreshadowing fakes you have to set up as well, I feel like there's a lot more depth to the map than there used to be.
I'm also just looking back at the round on Skybox. So the way that OG are dropping the smoke into doors is that they're very preemptive to put that molly out, right? It was the second spawn that time round dribbled the smoke very early before they even entered the bedroom hut, which is not what we'd normally see. We see it dropped more as a reaction because if they don't molly long, you're actually just obscuring your vision, right? This round here should just be a mop-up. Alexi runs out middle. Freeman with the dink should think better of re-picking right now, but that'll allow Summer to come on in and mop up these remaining kills. That'll be round number 5 on the board for TYLOO here. OG, they will be able to get the guns back out. It is a buy situation which won't have the AWP, if I did read the money correctly. But we got a little tidbit coming on through from David, the text guy.
Leading 6-1s in opening kills on Inferno. They lost the opening kills battle 18-9.
Oh dear. Okay, so it started well and ended poorly.
Yeah, didn't really land at all towards the end. OG started to fall off on their own map pick. Chad said they've got a bit of a tendency to give their selection up. And well,
interesting way to do it.
So now.
Normally you try and win your own map.
That's normally the way forward. But I don't know, TYLOO looks like they're a much better and a more assertive squad at this point, I'll be honest.
Val's going to get caught with a nade in his hand if he's not careful. Oh, it's both of them. Just sitting top middle. Alexi finally does shut him down, but somebody with his somebody pushes. They are somewhat of a trademark.
I need to quickly correct myself here. We've actually got SEO doing the text now.
Oh, have we really?
Yeah,
Shout out
Ben's
to him.
on the line.
Ben, good old Ben. Ben 10, getting it done. We'll see whether we will have OG bouncing back from the deficit here. 4 on 3. And at this point, OG just waiting just to do a dribble, smoking towards B and flash through. I'd imagine you could do a set piece.
Yeah.
They could smoke windows and doors to be very obvious. You can see MBK lined up for something here. Not going to be the case. There's a dribble smoke. So just a pretty standard play. They can flash through this or just do a contact play. It's so obvious at this stage, though. I'm not sure how they think this one's going to work out for them.
Maybe because it's too obvious.
No one else is on the map. They've had one smoke down.
They can isolate
all onto Freeman, at least. Coming out contact. Now the flashes, and there's the third. It finally catches Freeman. This was a little tentative, and now he just got the frag he needed. Summer's fallen on doors, and a chance for OG. Missed shots from Zeta. He's just peppering through the doors, hoping to catch a stray bullet through the smoke, but so far away, the save call looks like it's coming in.
Well, they managed to make it work, Chad. Some way, somehow, just walking into view of one smoke, sometimes that's all it needs.
Yeah, and I think that's because the respect granted from TYLOO there, they didn't push anywhere else on the map, right? They had to stay in that 2-2 formation. They had no idea where OG was. We obviously, with our all-seeing eye and the X-ray, the radar helps as well. Basically, the fact that we can see every single detail of the game.
Yeah.
We can tell that with that, TYLOO hadn't pushed, but OG were taking a gamble, right? They were taking a gamble that they were going to respect the map control. And luckily for them, they did, because now they'll be able to get the third on the board. And we can see how ridiculous it is, ladies and gentlemen. Someone make a Reddit thread about this. You should not be able to sit in that position with the bomb planted in that bomb site, anywhere in that bomb site, I do not care, and live once it explodes. That should not happen. That should not exist in a game where saving is starting to get pushed on up. We know teams can continuously buy. Give the CTs a chance to be able to punish the Ts as they're exiting the bomb site. Give them something, please, Gabe.
Well, there we have it.
And that was a
PSA.
short prayer brought to you by Chad Birchall. To our Lord and Savior, Gaben.
It's different on every map, I've been told, and the damage factors and the amount of walls and all those details.
Some maps it's ridiculous.
But let's fix it.
I saw the radius, like someone had an Excel spreadsheet with all the different radius on all the different maps, and it seems quite peculiar how different the numbers can be. Nuke is giant.
Yeah, Nuke is insane. You kind of have to be right up towards Secret, every plant towards lower to get away from it. And then in Dust2 or B-site, you can be within the B-site itself. And
that's like the equivalent of the corner next to site, like the shadow position in low site Nuke being completely safe.
I thought that and I'm probably remembering incorrectly, but I thought in 1.6 days I had to run from the B bomb site in Dust2 into CT spawn to not take a lot of damage.
You'll notice how some of the players, when the bomb goes off, they look towards the bomb. In Source, that used to be, if you were looking towards the bomb in Source, you loosely looked towards it when it went off and you took less damage. If some of the Source players that still play, you'll still do that. It has no effect in CSGO, but it's just a bit of muscle memory, I suppose, just hoping for the best. But there are no techniques in CSGO to take less damage apart from just being near it.
No matter what that guy on Steam tells you, there is no way. You cannot install, download more RAM, you can totally install it.
You could plant the bomb further away as you saw in the I suppose. Either way, mid-split coming in here. Very successful with the looks of things. As Vado opened things up. Summer, good for one, but the B splits, very difficult to hold off. OG Thunder coming to their own now. As we see this kill confirmed by Alexi B, and that should be the round as well. 4 on 2, and Money running thin on the TYLOO side of things. Very good B split, Chad. Can't be mad at that one.
No, OG
Don't run the
It's a bit-
defaults. That's what I'm going to say to them. Just run these set pieces, these objectives you got in mind. That's where the team's at right now. That seems to be working for them.
Alexi, when I got to listen to his comms, he might actually get this kill right here if he pops up his head at any moment. There we go. That's a freebie. He will use all the
It's the
bullets.
AWP as well, right?
The AWP will be dropped. If somebody can pick it up, that'd be not too bad. When I did get to listen to Alexi's in-game leading over there in London, he was very hands-on in the mid-round micromanaging, telling them basically exactly what he wanted to do. But you know one thing, and I'm hoping that's gone now, but I heard it time and time again, Alexi having to wrestle back control to be able to call in the round. It was absurd. I was listening to go, can I talk now? Having to listen to Alexi B say, can I talk now? Right? Hopefully that's gone.
I remember that.
Brugger was very forthright with his answers regarding that, saying that that's something that's been their biggest issue has been communication. I assume that that's part and parcel of communication. But he also said with a degree of conviction that Alexi B is outlined as the leader, and there is less confusion now in the game than there was over in London. Perhaps there has been development in that regard, considering how long they've had to practice and prepare ahead of their first official in some time. 2020 OG. It's a conundrum that we've yet to really see how well they will develop and prove. And in the last 3 months on Dust2, they've had the best utility usage per round. Now that is interesting.
In these unstable times as well, this roster, you're worried if you're the ones that own them. I'll say that much. This is not a lineup for me that's looking like they're knocking on the door of the top 10. A lot of money I know is being invested into this project as well. They need to start showing me that they can start to compete at the international level. Sure, they can definitely put up a fight right now, but from what we're seeing on their T sides, they've got a lot of work to do still. And thankfully, I suppose they've got more time as of late, but more practice needs to be done.
They boost him up short, flash him in. I think they're ahead of that flash though, so somebody could get caught out here. Still gets the first, nice work, backs away. And up long they go. Is that the bomb? On his own? He's already getting it down. NBK, huge amount of energy to get across that site. Will have it set up. What Valda just going to be desperately staring at the floor at that car position.
This could just already be the save call, right? We can see all 5 individuals of TYLOO congregating towards Cat. If they get mollied off here by NBK, that's just taken another 7 seconds. The bomb now more than half ticked. At this point, you have to be reconsidering this.
They're going for it. This Krieg should be the decider, though.
You've seen them all. Valda realizing that time is his best friend. Survival, oh my goodness, TYLOO! They've killed them all. I don't think they have time, but good damage.
Nope.
Very effective damage. Then get away with 3. They'll take that one. Attacker just 2 HP, but an upgrade for the Krieg for the CT side.
Damn, that was very close indeed. Considering the gravity of the situation there, TYLOO did a great job. You can see that individual skill is not lacking. The shots they're hitting are great. OG, a little bit rattled after that one. They do win the round, but it was an expensive one. They have a nice bit of resource, though, to go into the next round with Kriegs and AKs and the AWP at least.
You could see then the way that Valda stepped up. He wasn't blind, right, Alex? He was just, okay, so the way that he pivoted on up, he was looking towards CT spawn. They didn't know that they were necessarily retaking from Catwalk there, but it looked like the way that he stepped up was, oh, they haven't made any noise. They're probably saving. Hold up a second.
Yeah, right.
Lucky he didn't get a kill there. Like, he gets taken down. Alexi will be able to trade. But that was straight out mid within the first 10 seconds. OG are really turning up the heat here.
Yeah, quite literally, as well as you can see the Molotov bloom towards those CT boxes. Now they want to try and get a little bit of a taste of short. Zeta's bit, nade and bullets will miss. 4 versus 4. The initial presence has been up mid-dull. We've seen a little bit of a short action as well, but they start to gather in tons.
They certainly do, Alex, and it's going to be a B finish by the looks of things, unless they go towards T-spawn. That would be an audacious call, to say the very least. We know that B contact plays work out, but they don't have much more than a couple of smokes and flashes here. So will it be the same again? There's that one smoke from MBK walking in, and there's only one player to deal with it. That's going to be Freeman. He didn't get anything before, and this is a pre-fire position. I think that could be it already, Chad.
Yeah, well, we saw TYLOO just go for a very late retake just then on the A-bomb. So maybe they want to try same again towards B, but much more difficult task on the cards. It will be a safe plant from Valda, which could be complications if a retake was on the cards. But just by the body language being displayed by the TYLOO players currently, and I talking about the body in the server, it's a save.
Preserving the double AWPs, it's an important save. OG, they've been really turning up the heat, as you put it. These aggressive pushes, just stopping the default as you requested. You're getting what you asked for.
It's just more direct, right? Because we were talking about TYLOO having issues having to communicate within the mid-rounds and that being a problem. OG shouldn't have the same excuse, really, when you think about the individuals they have speaking English as a secondary language. Nathan's been doing it for a very long time, right? I'm pretty sure that he's been speaking English for at least the last, 3 or 4 years.
Mantu's got a British passport.
Yes. I think you look at Alexi B and Volda as well. Both of their countries, English is something that they get taught in school from a very young age. And we know with all the Finns and Danes that we speak to that English is never a problem for them. It's just Issa, really. And he played in the international team of Hellraisers already, so he has experience. Yeah, so in terms of communication, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. If anything, too much communication could be the issues for OG. Oh,
Easter egg there.
That's a new one.
From the 90s.
No subliminal messaging.
Yeah. Do not adjust your sets. This is all under control. We get into round 12 here, and there has been an orb shot connected towards Freeman as he was crossing over towards B. He's had a rough few rounds, I have to say. It doesn't get any easier for somebody, I'm afraid, though, as he'll be taken down early. OG starting to look a little bit more assertive now. They've picked themselves up, and they were so slow getting into this one, and they might be slowing down still. That's going to be the MP9 pulling an AK back into the hands of TYLOO, at least. We're still a 4-on-4. MBK watching the extremities of the map towards middle. Not the cleanest of kills, but still a very good job. And we'll see him try to take down the orb. Doesn't have to challenge this too much. Holding off the rotations would do it. He has dropped the Molotov towards the double doors, but there's the Frank from Freeman. Remember, he's the 47 HP. And now, the advantage once again for OG. Do TYLOO consider this? I wouldn't be going for this round considering they've got the orb up, but they seem to have other ideas. And they will fall back eventually. There we go.
That's 2 rounds in a row where the individual's been forced to save, right? So it does get frustrating for the CTs to continually be punished and pushed out of bomb sites and then have no option to even get back in. So potentially we see a pace change coming out from TYLOO here on their CT side as something more assertive. Maybe they do a cap boost. They try and activate that ult very early. Do it up and dark crunch. Something along those lines to take the fight to OG, because right now, they're always chasing their tail. They're being locked out of these situations. And as we get to the tail end of that first half, you need to start contesting for rounds at this point.
You certainly do.
Look at how the last 5 rounds have ended, Henry. They're all bomb detonations. So
yeah. So I felt like that B bomb site. It's strange that they keep getting punished on that side and that they're not really bringing the AWP over to that side. That's the go-to adjustment. Their double AWP setup is what's got them into this game. They haven't necessarily had the resources to bring it out time and time again, but they keep getting punished here. Something has to be changed up. They are going to send 2, make it 3 now towards this side of the map, so they are trying to compensate. Flashbang over towards the B side from Mantu here. So it looks like that she's going on off the back of this. They keep trying to punish the B side. The smoke might dissuade them, though. They're going to fall back here. A good grenade towards Freeman. He really can't catch a break on this side of the map.
Yeah, he's been having a real suffocating time. Utility from OG effective. Again, chunk of him taken down. 45 damage inflicted. Bantu is relocated back towards T-spawns. Back to where he began.
They're lucky they didn't actually get halfway through their execute in upper tunnels. Because of that smoke, they were actually able to hold on to a lion's share of their utility. And we can see right here, as they get cat control at 1 minute, they still have 2 individuals with a full set of nades. So Dust2 is open for options right here. And it does look like it wants to be an A hit real quick.
Might be changing things up, showed a bit of presence towards the B side of the map. They have left the bomb there, Chad. You're not a fan of that, I know. They're going to have to go recover it now. Someone's like, where is the bomb here, lads? I feel like TYLOO might bring this back now. They've lost that pacing.
There we go. It was on the box.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened there. So MBK's recovered it. They've lost the first pick. Still had a decent chance of winning the round, considering they have the plan down now. Kits available, but I feel like the individual shots have been better from TYLOO.
Yeah, and now they're pushing in as a perfect unit. Somebody is set up. 2 more going to potentially boost for this, and they'll peek on the same contact. No, they're walking up together. Freeman.
No one's watching the round.
Good jump for info. Or is there in Zeta. Issa does do well to tap away, but here are the CT frags and 4 in quick succession. The TYLOO retake is clean and crispy.
Yeah, very static from OG. Like, most teams in that sort of scenario wouldn't allow you to walk up the A ramp and pounce 3 players. You would be actually challenging actively. It's a little bit bizarre that they let them get that close, flash them, then take them all down in like split second. Like, if you can kill everyone within 1 second, it suggests you haven't been holding correctly.
The problem I have with that as well is their mid defender. Who was that towards top middle?
Normally MBK. It might not have been that round, though.
Yeah, so
Or Mantu, I think it was then.
Whoever that individual was who was trapped towards middle, they couldn't assist and help crunch from long. So they didn't have to worry about the cap flank. They only had to worry about long and CT, and they still couldn't get it done. So that right there, a little bit concerning, is come out long. Lots of damage exchanged through the smokes. Nobody's gone down just yet. Attacker will be good if he could get away, and he will.
Look at how many people are putting bullets into that smoke. Not only because it's long, but also because people are just like moths to the flame in 2020 with those smokes and with the slight advantage you get upon crouching at its expiration.
So we've seen a lot of this, right? Take long, sit, wait. CTs, they make a mistake. If they don't, they expend a lot of utility trying to hold you at bay. Eventually, you do the double smokes for the cross. You cross on over, you take the fight, you get the bomb down, and then you play the post plant. Let's see how this one unravels for OG as the hits coming in.
Lexi B does gobble up that flashbang. And now it's time for the OG coordination. What is the call? How do you approach this? There they go. Crossing with ease. Smoking on short enables him to isolate the Jewel and NBK, using the car to get an off angle onto Zeta. He's done well with that one. Summer double LARPing. Missing his shot.
Gonna have to go for this one, I would say. Considering, well, to be fair, they actually have no one towards A at all. It looks like they might be out of luck here and save for the last round. They do have one player towards short. Are they even considering this? They are. They love a retake, these boys, don't they?
They like doing these group fast four-man pushes.
Fair play, it is working. They've got the mechanical skill to back it up. I won't argue with that at all, but this one looks like surely it's too far gone. They seem to agree, and they will be going back. OG will win the half at this stage as they go 8-6 up. Final round will lead TYLOO to a pretty decent spot still. They're going to save a Krieg, an AK-47, the AWP, M4 as well, so not too bad. The round had fallen apart due to one kill found by MBK. That seems to be a common trend, though. They're playing a lot of retakes on either side of the map here. They find themselves in 4-on-5s more often than not.
Does somebody have 7,500?
He does right now.
That goes to show you how much saving he's been doing.
Sure. Yeah.
In the last round of the CT half, you've got 7 kills.
And Attacker's only died 4 times, right? And they've lost 8 rounds. So
lots of saving has come up here. This is, look, we know this can happen on a map like Dust2, if Inferno is another one as well. Once you lose the bomb sites, retaking is a whole new game. It's not just defending anymore. It's being able to be well organized in those mid to late round scenarios. But here, somebody's going to go aggressive on Cat, drops the bomb. That's very early information. He was thinking about sticking around. Maybe somebody of a couple years ago would have.
Nissa not brave enough to brave the flame for the bomb. And now it could be contested. It looks like somebody's being set up for his team with a flash. Now they have managed to grab the bomb and go. This flash from Zeta is only going to be for the info that it's clear. And he continues his push. Mantu, that's some ballsy orbing. And a missed shot now gives them the advantage. Extends the advantage. Only 3 remain.
Damn.
And oh, wow.
Okay, well, Zeta, if he goes down here, could be in trouble. Great shot, though. The flick delivers, and I feel like he's going to close things out as well. Not quite yet. Smoke still down towards CT spawn, and MBK given the task of recovering that bomb.
Oh, it's clearing.
Making a lot of footsteps, though. CT ready and waiting, and they've got tunnels covered as well, so they're going to allow him to make the next move, which he does, and it's 8-7. We split it right down the middle of halftime here. This is the pick of OG, and they're not looking their usual selves. Some good rounds in between, but I would say TYLOO look better overall. We'll take a break and see who closes this one out.
No, I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name. They want me to sign my name. Counting your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, not everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stopped till I finish. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world. I went and conquered the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. Savage that you've been distracted. Your best, my average, there's a reason for that's a fact. So they snapping back, mad at the fact that I don't have a backup plan. I ain't need that. Outworking everybody when I relax. So I ain't tripping about none of y'all feedback. Heard that, wonder when I'm gonna peak at. And that's why you count your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. Yeah. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world. I want to conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world. I want to conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. Shots in the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. And no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'm a dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting the blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. Yeah. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I want to conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. Embrace your destiny, slay your enemy, raise a legacy. No more apologies, trust your abilities, gather the energies.
Split right down the middle on the halftime break. It's our first game of a 3-game day, 11 days so far of our 11th season, and TYLOO at this point in time have managed to keep Dust2, OG's map pick, right down the middle. 8-7 on the half. NBK took to Twitter half an hour ago saying, will we win our own map pick? Find out in an hour's time. Well, we're here now, NBK.
We're reaching it.
And we're about to find the answer.
Even he doesn't believe.
He's jinxing himself. Or maybe it's the counter jinx.
It's the counter jinx I think he's gone for there. But here it is, 8-7. I would say not the most convincing half from OG. They certainly had their moments. Yeah, that's certainly not. I feel like TYLOO have put up a better fight than that.
Yeah.
And with the current situation here on their T side, I would say this is a very T-sided map in its current state. I feel like they could bring this one back.
With my judges' scorecards I've got out, I'm giving them at least a 7. They got 7 rounds. You get a 7.
Yeah.
I am slightly, however, cognizant of how their T side of Inferno had some degree of flaws, looking almost underprepared or unable to adapt when the first plan goes awry. So let's keep an eye on that.
Yeah, I think with Dust2, they're lucky the map hopefully plays a little bit differently, where once the gaps are created, they can snowball those with more intuition as opposed to less need to
like commit to B because you can.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Hopefully we see some better stuff out of TYLOO's T side here. Not so much saving like we got in that first half.
Yeah, they put the P250 armor on the double S. Summer and somebody only really going to be seeing one of them get some early action. Summer took his towards long.
SEO did have a stat line up there to do with somebody and Summer as we came back from the break, saying that they're leading the charge in terms of the opening duel success for the team.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
So, yeah, those two with the P250s in hand. Let's see if they can crack open another round.
Well, here they go then. They have the same smoke that OG are operating with. I assume it'll go in the same place. Freeman looks to be the one setting it up. Exact same, little variation perhaps.
Does he know where he's lining it up? He's like trying to find the...
Let's join the rotation. Oh, and they're going A as well. This is a nightmare for TYLOO. They've made noise. They would have been heard. They have to go B.
Valda. He has just missed a sitter.
Wait, why didn't OG hear them running lower dark?
They're in a nightmare out there right now, to be honest with you. What? They have brought it back somehow.
Okay, and BK will get the frags this into the site, and this is chaos. What's going on? What is happening?
No!
And Issa will win it for OG. I swear to God, is this matchmaking with a different HUD?
It looks like a matchmaking game in that particular round.
What?
Did they change the HUD on us?
Okay, so somebody getting contact and kills onto A, there's reason enough to say that would change the approach of TYLOO. Maybe they wouldn't throw the smoke. Maybe they'd just throw the flash, right? Because somebody getting kills on A. That's not guaranteed. But how on earth do OG turn this around? They all rotated out of the bomb site, and then within the space of, what, 10 seconds, had 4 kills?
And Valda missed a whole clip in the back of someone along there as well. There was a lot of moving parts to that whole operation. Bomb planted, and oh no, it wasn't. Bear in mind. So it was or it wasn't. Did the bomb go down?
Planted, yeah. I think
so
they planted.
they're going to buy up next round. Surprisingly, they've gone for Deagles here, and they'll have a good chance of finding a couple of kills, maybe 2 or 3, maybe get the bomb down, and buy up into the next. Freeman and somebody with the frags do get Kevlar as well.
So I was just looking at my lovely round timeline that's been provided to me by the Vlads, our IT guy. I think we'll just call him for now, and he loved that term yesterday, by the way, guys. Look, the last 6 rounds that OG put on the board within the first half, all of which were the bomb getting planted and detonating. TYLOO, in that 6-round spread of rounds being lost, had 15 players survive in 6 lost rounds.
Wow.
15 people alive in 6
I mean, that's
lost
how you
rounds.
end a half on the CT side with 7K.
Let me give you the context on the OG side of things. In those same 6 rounds, OG only had 18 players survive.
And they were winning them.
They were the ones winning the rounds.
That's quite telling. Somebody thrown into a 1 versus 2. He's faked it out, wants to try and find the hero. 1 Deegan. Oh. NVK drive by with a USP to keep him looking the wrong way. Is just quick beheading. Executioner Zach Sharp tonight. And oof, so is Valdez. That's a real spicy start onto Freeman.
These Antigos are scary, though, for OG, right? It hasn't looked like the easiest of rounds for them. They've been pushed, they've been tested, they're having to claw their way across the line, really. And here we will see the guns come out for TYLOO. Let's see if they have anything in store for us when they get that Xbox smoke down towards long. It appears to be the port of call. Flashes are good.
Yeah, very good, because look at Attacker. He's going straight in, and there's more flashes. Summer, perfect timing alongside Attacker to get that first blood.
Yeah, he gets it, but his teammates weren't with him to get multiple kills. There certainly were a couple more available there. Boosting up towards short now, OG with a 10-7 lead. But remember, it was an eco in the previous round. They got a few kills. If TYLOO can win this one, they'll send OG packing financially. Short control for Freeman, waiting for aggression from the CT side. Long control found. They still have only the 1 smoke, to be fair. So crossing is going to be difficult. They'd have to smoke deep and spawn, which I believe they have.
Mantu. Ooh, that flash gave him so much information. And now he swings out onto Summer. He knows one's crossed. That's the bomb. And Zeta getting taken down should be enough to confirm the round for OG. Freeman and somebody looking to change my mind, as well as OG's.
Yeah, nice work from Mantu there to stay alive. The fact he falls back there with his teammates just coming in from short, perfectly played, leaving somebody in a 3 versus 1 with the bomb just going down here. Good grenade will soften up Issa. Down 54. Maybe not now. 37, but he's made a meal of it. MBK, another freebie, and he finally does convert. So a bit dicey, but still wins the round. 3 players survive. Mantu doing God's work there on the A side.
Yes, one of the players in the server does, ladies and gentlemen, look like they're lagging, and that's an unfortunate situation to be happening right now, but OG are winning 11-7.
Yes.
They should get a free round right now. I'm not sure if TYLOO will want to go for another full investment. Maybe they'll just go for one of those partial buys we've been seeing with the MAC-10s, the upgraded pistols, and a little bit of utility. The plant, again, does help them if they want to go for AKs.
Apparently not. Deagle armor.
Getting dangerously close to OG. Building a wall on this defense if they're not careful.
Well, they beg the question as to whether they'd win their map pick, and it's looking pretty good at this stage. They've got Kriegs and AKs on the CT side, an 11-7 scoreline that's likely to be converted to 12-8, or 12-7, I should say. And for now, 2 players waiting outside the mouth of the B tunnels. You can see the bomb behind them as well, so a B finish is looking very likely. AK's defending it, though. Issa with the open position towards tunnels. You've got MBK crouched beneath him. Anyone that swings in this will be going down, but it's an aggressive stance. You miss some shots here, could spiral out of control.
Yeah, you can't miss.
Yeah, if I was Issa as well, I'd just be terrified that if I pull down my spray, I'm just going to take NBK.
Flash like this through the skylights as well, remember. So this could actually fall apart, although they will be able to hide behind this big box.
They're both vulnerable, right,
Yeah,
to this. Neither of them are anti-flash.
They have a smoke, and in terms of utility, smoke, and that's about it.
Wait, is MBK looking at the ground?
No. Staring straight forward, you can see his little blue line. Somebody... Oh, the flashes are there, but MBK's spray does find 2. Backing away, it's just baiting his teammate here to swing into the next. instant the spray's good enough. Wow, TYLOO, they had a good shot at it. The flashes were perfect, but MBK's crosshair was in the right place.
I like the way that that crossfire would open up if they did start to exit the tunnels, right? Because you saw ESL pivot behind and MBK move to car. That gives them now two positions that they can continue to fight from off of each other. It didn't go down that way. They did a fantastic job of containing them just towards the upper tunnels, but that has legs to it. If they have to get forced off of that line, they can continue to reinitiate with a little bit of utility. So maybe we'll see that one crop on up again, but TYLOO, this is getting towards the tail end of, well, their series right now. They need to show us some signs of life.
Well, they do have the AK-47 on the CT side still. With the Krieg as well, Mantu will have that. It's not looking good for TYLOO out there, let me tell you. Holding towards lower B right now. A default stance here. One outside long, one middle. Couple working towards lower B. Just trying to gain short access is normally the primary goal. We've got Zeta on the orb. He's hit some big shots today. CT set up towards shore. Valda being baited in by Alexi B. Holding the incendiary as soon as he spots a pixel of a player. He'll deploy that. Grenade will do considerable damage first. Oh! Big touchdown there.
Good catch.
And the incendiary to lock them in as well. Flashbang to follow it up. Valda can't quite punish yet. He assumes it's clear, though. This could be false information if he wants to push any further on this. Considering the player at the steps, he does drop off, though.
So you can hear Freeman, but he doesn't want to take to that fight.
Good nade again.
Oh
Ouch.
my God.
Another nade lands on their face. Attacker bleeding.
I like the position from Valda as well. Considering you've been so battered here, I don't think you're checking this.
And he knows it might be softened up for his bullets
Yeah,
as well.
I thought this
Multi-kill.
was good.
I can feel it brewing in my waters. He gets checked. Freeman does manage to give TYLOO away into the site. He's looking for a second one, and he's found that as well. TYLOO, they're a pack animal.
Yeah, they've done a great job there. Good pre-fires towards the bomb site. It's going to have to be the save. They've managed to fight their way out of it.
Yeah, one of the things that, I know I'm going back in the time machine right now, but one of the things when I played against the Chinese teams at the minors was they were very unrelenting. We knew when we were playing them, we had a series against them, and one of the maps was Keish. And the problem we had was we knew every round they were going B. They didn't have any strategies that could beat us. But what they did have was individuals who were much sharper than we were. I was calling 3-man B stacks on Keish. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's not traditional way to play the map. I was having to call 3-man B stacks, and we were still losing. We knew that they were coming. We knew that they were going to pop through the flash, but we couldn't do anything about it when they peeled off and traded on each other. Now, probably not good enough from me as the in-game leader to call something that was actually working, but TYLOO there to be able to just continue to hammer home the same plays. Now they have a bit more tactical nuance, but the individual ability to hit the shots, that's always remained.
Yeah, the flight paths, as you like to call them,
Yeah.
for their takes do seem to be well refined. And the individuals behind them. Something to look out for, though. A third of their flashes on the CT side of Dust2 in the last 3 months have resulted in an assist. So they're flashing for each other. Coordinated flashes tend to result in a frag, 33.3, recurring, of course, percentage of the time.
It's a pretty good number, actually. Means that the teamwork element is there to some degree.
Issa, hearing the footsteps once again. Missed out on the opportunity before, but this time he fell off the box. Attacker flashed, assumed he was safe, but anything but.
And a free escape. Just putting that smoke down, you just know. Completely and totally clean getaway.
Yeah, those are the ones you enjoy. Actually, that one might be the best you can get. A nice speculative spam for a smoke, instant headshot. You've got yourself a round in the bag. You're feeling good about yourself right now.
Typically can be mollied, NBK's corner, but he would be having to deal with Issa as well on that swing. Can bounce it off of that close left wall.
I think that it's going to work with the contact at the orb, and they're playing this perfectly on the OG side. You see no one's challenging the tunnel. They have a crossfire setup. As soon as one gets aggro, the other can swing. Either way. Flash won't actually catch it again, I don't think. It might not even matter. There's the swing. You can see them playing off each other perfectly. That's why it was such a good setup, for that reason alone. As soon as one gets aggro, he gets the kill, hides, other swings out. They're all both looking in the other direction. Lovely stuff there. Textbook counter.
Satisfying, yeah. When it works, it looks real nice.
And TYLOO's money is not ideal. You have two individuals, three make it with Freeman in the mix. Somebody, Zeta and Freeman could all buy. Summer could buy in with an AK and head armor. He won't have any grenades. And then Attacker would be the one who has to choose just to get the pistol with the utility behind it. So they will be able to get a serviceable gun round here. The problem has been finding opening jewels and then being able to capitalize. If they can get cat control again, we saw they were able to withstand all of that utility damage and still win out the round once they gallivanted on towards the A bomb site. So potentially more of the same here from TYLOO. They do have enough nades to do a similar set piece as to what we saw earlier, but it's just about getting the map control without taking any casualties before so.
This round could decide it all, boys. Loss bonus will be at maximum after this round, but it's running out of time here. Last few rounds have been quite convincing. Only picking up one so far for TYLOO in the second half. They stand at 13-8 down. Do have some smokes remaining here, but no map control. 3 outside the mid doors, just been smoked out. Another 20 seconds, I won't be doing anything there. I have to focus their efforts towards short. They have been relatively successful at getting control on this side of the map. XCB holding it off for now. Still has a smoke available. The first incendiary will be deployed in that position. A T-smoke in return. So, still not clear as to where they're finishing up. A B split looks likely to me. And that's where XCB can actually backstab as well. So, repositioning. MBK with the Krieg back at the platform now. Ideal spot to shut this down.
Yeah, but he's in trouble. They're pushing up middle fast. He's all alone, and there they are. The classic TYLOO, 3 frags, 3-second round over. A classic. They've had it a couple of times, both on retakes and side takes, but now this one will put 9 on the board.
Certainly will. AWP kills found. Zeta converts, and up to Mantu now. Shooting him in the back here shouldn't be a problem on the first. Let's try to hold on to his Krieg. Money's still relatively strong for the CT side, as Valda will be holding out towards B. The Orb is exploring by himself, Chad. Now, what do you think about that? Not the best move.
Yeah,
Take that any day of the week, no?
the positives have been very difficult to paint for TYLOO. You could, like, I can say it again, and I will, that you can see that they're much more organized, right? They have a better idea of how to approach these bomb sites with their utility usage and their executes, but it's still the understanding of some of these finer details. It's not there. And Mulder, they're both going to survive, only just.
Yeah, by the skin of their teeth. It's Zeta opening things up towards B. A couple of 6 shots from him, to be fair, the AWP. This one especially, taking down Alexi. And it's going to be a round on the board. They're looking quite stoic over there in their facility in Poland. Quite calm.
Yeah, they deserve that one. Zeta, big play.
So a lot more to do, though, unfortunately. Money hasn't been broken yet. 6 rounds to 15, trying to bust through towards long. They'll have to go for the flames, though. Taking minimal damage, Attacker will make his way through. They've got the smoke down towards the corner as well. A fast push up towards short. Summer looking for blood early here. Can't connect the initial shots, but Alexi B can. That's going to be the first kill for him. And Mantle will follow things up. This is fantastic. Alexi B, so much pressure towards short. He found the bomb. Smoke on top of it. Still looking for map points here. This will get them one step closer. Flashbang actually catches Valda. No one needs to panic here. Lots of footsteps found, but a good trade.
Attacker thrown into a 1v4, tagged up Mantu through that smoke with his stray bullets, but as that smoke fades, he's running out of the environment.
Chill, boys. Issa doesn't need to commit past long doors.
No,
and
the
he's
bomb's down
swung
short.
out. He will hit the shot. Didn't like the play, but it works out for him. It's going to be 14-9. At least he gets the job done quickly. This was a really nice hold towards short, though. Very impressed with this from Alexi B and Mantu. Following things up with the HE kill there. Lots of damage inflicted, lots of pressure. No way of executing towards the H site.
Yeah, you could see when you were watching that replay just how many nades were being thrown in as Alexi was doing all of that. I saw a Molotov and a HE popping just as those 2 kills were coming in from Alexi. Crossing across safely. It's going to be both members of the CT side getting with 100 HP, which is somewhat of a rarity in Dust2. And as I say that, MBK loses nearly half of his health to the Molotov.
Mid to B.
And it's a fast mid to B, or at least setting up for it. Attacker, big frag. Issa claws one back, and Mantu onto Attacker. That's both of the mid push completely silenced very early into the piece.
The problem is, if that was the idea to be a fake, they weren't ready to hit anywhere else as a team. As we can see right now, there's 2 individuals walking down the death alley at 1 minute 20 seconds left on the clock. So they've just left T-spawn at this point. If the idea was to get kills and open up the round into a potentially winnable situation, that hasn't gone to plan either. Long control is still under that of OGs. They still have 2 members over towards B. The only thing they don't have right now is Cat, but one would assume they're more than happy to play retake with the AWP over towards mid-long, using these grenades that are about to hit the floor as the tell on when to turn around.
I was trying to work out why somebody would be given the scout, given the fact they both had health, but it was so that he could come in last after throwing his nades, I imagine.
Well, they're going to have to do a lot more than that. A difficult assault towards the A site here, and they can't afford to lose a player. Man to a prime position to get one. Difficult shot, doesn't connect it, and we are going to see the backstab from Valda. That's going to be onto the planter as well. They need to be very careful here. They have been. Flashbang saves the day, and oh my goodness, NBK fighting it with Valda, and it looks like they've done enough here. 3 players remain, now just 2. Somebody with the scouts holds towards the A site here, but he's in a lot of trouble. He knows the rifles are coming in, and he'll have to be absolutely spot on here with the lesser of the snipers to stand a chance. Trying to grasp the Krieg, he gets it, but it cost him his life there, boys, and he does go down, and the bomb will be defused, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, that last-minute attempt to grab that Krieg.
I like it. It was like Indiana Jones getting the hat. Just the door was closing. Couldn't quite grab it.
You know he's sitting there hitting like E as
Spams,
well.
spams,
He's helping E's working. What's Bang got for us here? Despite leading in many categories, multi-kill rounds 18 to 15, opening kills 15 to 9. The rounds have just not gone their way.
Yeah, it looks like in terms of the individual mechanical skill, TYLOO are exceeding expectations against OG, but it's the closure of the rounds that's the problem at this point.
But is this an
B
all-in
rush,
B?
yeah, why not?
Get the dubstep on. Here we go. NBK's in the corner. He's going to be able to get 2, despite being in the flames. A 3rd from the grave. And this one is all over somebody. He's the last of 4, and OG completed in 2. There was a question mark at times, but the international roster does overcome their first hurdle of EPL Season 11.